Welcome to our presentation on creating effective job descriptions for your resume. Here are 5 tips for creating resume for results. Let's dive in. You want to use action verbs, avoid personal pronouns, use accomplishment-driven statements, quantify where able, and include keywords. Here's what each of these mean. Action verbs are things you do. You want to use that in every job description bullet point. Use of personal pronouns is just not done in our society. Don't put them on your resume. Accomplishment-driven statements are used in every bullet point as well as the action verb. You want to show off, show what you've done and what you've achieved. And wherever possible, quantify those achievements. Use a percentage or a number. Try to have it measurable in some way. Include keywords. Most work performed can be described utilizing a keyword, even helping people. That's actually called customer service. Customer service is a keyword that most HRs would be looking for. And by the way, if you utilize all these 5 tips, you're more likely to get past HR's application tracking system. It's a system that sort of helps HR departments discard resumes that do not meet the qualification criteria. So you do want to pay special attention to the keywords from the description of a job you're applying for. If they are calling something a multi-phone line system instead of answered phones, use multi-phone line system if you know what one is and have actually used one before. But right now, we're going to specifically focus on the job duties and applying these 5 tips. Pause the video to read these 4 examples. This is using a personal pronoun. There aren't any keywords that I can find. So here's a better way to state this in a resume. You want to fix the errors and add a quantifier. Disinfected and replenished up to 16 rooms daily for a high-end hotel chain. This is an action verb. So is this one. Here's the quantifier. And high-end is a keyword. Let's look at this next option. Pause the video, read, and pick which is the best option. B is the best as it uses an action verb delivered. It's not using a personal pronoun. And it has a quantifier as well as this keyword, customer service. Pause the video and read which is the best rewrite. A is the best rewrite because it uses the action verb responded. It has a quantifier and it has this keyword, multi-line phone. The reason it is not responded for C, there isn't a quantifier. Option B, there isn't actually an action verb really. There is this number 8, but it's only talking about how many hours you work, and that's not very interesting. So it isn't really quantifying anything except that you did your job for the allotted amount of time. Pause the video and read, what is the best rewrite? C is the best rewrite because the others have personal pronoun, weak action verbs, and there aren't as many keywords in it. The action verb, the quantifier, accident-free being a keyword, these things really punch up and help this become a better job description. Here's the before example of the resume, and here's the after, specifically this part. And again, in later lessons, we will look at how to clean up spacing and make things visually appealing. For now, we're only focusing on this rewrite section. And here's the final version. Now it's your turn. Update your resume using these tips. Have someone review it. After each and every edit, Also, tailor your resume for each job application. And remember that the goal of this resume is to get you an interview. If at any point you're not getting interviews, make sure and come back to me or your career counselor to help with rewrites. Remember to include all 5 tips. Start with an action verb, avoid those personal pronouns, use short accomplishment-driven statements, try to include a quantifier when able, and include those keywords. Thank you for your participation in allowing Community Action Inc. of Central Texas to be a part of your education and career advancement.